Supporters of a bill to include pets in protection orders say it is a bill to help keep domestic violence victims safe. Senate Bill 177 recently passed out of the state Senate Criminal Justice Committee and is set to head to the Senate floor for a vote this month. Tonight, NBC4's Liz Zadiola talked to a domestic violence victim about why he and other supporters are backing this bill.
Decades later, it's still hard for Mike Smeck to share what happened the night his mom and stepfather fought.
He picked that dog up by the front paw and held it above his head. And while the dog was yelping in fear and pain, he threatened to slam the dog against the wall and kill it if my mom didn't do what he wanted.
A display of power and control, advocates of Senate Bill 177 say happens all too often in Ohio.
The first thing an abuser is going to do is attack the family pet because he knows that'll affect the whole family.
Even with current protective orders, advocates of the Pet Protective Bill say there's no legislative teeth to back up what's written in black and white.
Occasionally the judges and prosecutors do fill out the forms, but many do not because they feel they do not have the legal authority.
Authority to stop cases like the one Vicki Diesner came across when a mother tried to leave her abusive husband.
In the mail came a piece of the cat's tail with a note saying if you don't come back, you will continue to get pieces of the cat.
Diesner says that woman went back, and in a 2010 survey of domestic abuse victims in Ohio, half said they'd stay with their partner if their pet was at stake. The ASPCA is working with the Ohio Domestic Violence Network to get Senate Bill 177 pet protective orders passed, so victims won't have to make that choice.
If we can stop abuse at the lowest level, which I consider that to be pet abuse, we can help rid our communities of abuse as a whole.
And Mike Smeck says his mother eventually left his stepfather and their dog survived. But Vicki Diesner says the Midwest Legislative Director, or she's the Midwest Legislative Director of the ASPCA. She says about 40% of cases end with domestic violence victims' pets being killed or maimed. Live in the studio, Liz Adiola, NBC4.
All right, thank you, Liz.